It's a transfers. And I like the local transfers too. Accra setting the bar. They are raising the bar, setting the standard.
I said that Charlie, they are doing some work.
Charlie.
But still, Mediama was strong. Mediama is still strong.
Phobia.
You know what I love about
Phobia. And you know, when I just like the announcement of the latest signing.
Yeah.
I'll be telling you about him, after. And once Accra Hartsville get into the groove, Kumasi Asante Kotoko must reply. They must do something about it.
Of course.
But now Manchester United fans have all become accountants. They are defending the club's buying policy and the amount of money they are spending on defenders and all of that.
Irony.
Nobody has said anything.
When Liverpool went to buy Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker last season.
In Liverpool, why you go and buy Virgil van Dijk for?
And Alisson Becker. Virgil van Dijk was one of our most effective players.
So it's okay if you're looking for an accountant, if you're looking for someone to work in a financial institution, please contact the nearest Manchester United fan.
All right, Josh, before you bring us the details of all of that, the Sports Center is brought to you by MTN 4G Plus for the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed. Choose MTN TurboNet, Standard Chartered Bank here for good and multi-TV, just thrills. MTN Momo is celebrating 10 years of making life simple by giving away 10 brand new Hyundai cars in the MTN Momo at 10 promo. And for the month of June, Rebecca Quay was the lucky winner of the Hyundai Grand i10 2019. Keep using your MTN Momo accounts to build points and win exciting prizes like Samsung Smart TVs, up to 3,000 Ghana cedis in e-cash or one of the brand new Hyundai cars, including the all-new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe, from now till the end of August. Remember, promo winners will only be called with 0244 300,000 to redeem their prizes. Just dial *120# to check your points. Terms and conditions apply. So go on, just Momo it. We did for you everywhere you go. So when you woke up this morning, you probably had no chances or no plans of feeling special, but the Standard Chartered Visa, the Standard Chartered Infinite card in your wallet always thinks otherwise, because wherever you go, trust me, you will get pampered. You're traveling, guess what? A free travel insurance cover of up to $2.5 million is sitting pretty waiting for you. As if that's not enough, you get a free pass to over 1,000 VIP lounges in airports the world over. Well, this is just a few of the many amazing privileges the Standard Chartered Infinite Debit or Credit Card brings you. Isn't it time for an upgrade? Call toll free on 0800 740 100 or visit sc.com/gh for yours today. Standard Chartered. Here for good.
For good. And we're counting down then to the Transfer Countdown show that will be on the Joy News channel on Multi TV and on Joy 99.7 FM on Thursday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, so this morning we're going to be doing transfers. Now, this is a very disturbing story. And Daniel, I will need you on this because Malcolm could be forced out of Zenit St. Petersburg just 3 days after joining the club, after supporters unveiled the racist banner rejecting black players during his debut on Saturday. Now, the Brazilian winger moved from Russian club, he moved to the Russian club from Spanish giants Barcelona for an initial fee of 41 million euros only last week. However, when making his first appearance for the new employers against Krasnodar on Saturday, fans displayed a banner that slammed the club for moving away from the supporters' wishes of not recruiting black players. The controversial sign that is claimed was displayed for around 10 minutes. Now, this is what it read. It says, "We are not racist, and for us, the absence of black players is just an important tradition, emphasizing the identity of the club and nothing more. We are the northernmost club of the major European cities, and we have never been mentally connected with Africa. However, this is a serious matter."
Have they ever been economically connected with Africa? No, I want to ask. I want to ask. Have they ever benefited from trade with Africa?
I don't know.
That's all. As for the money that comes from Africa, they can take.
You see,
but the players they can't play.
Charlie, this is
no. So if they are not
serious.
mentally connected, let them remove all other connections.
I mean, this is really serious.
It's very serious
in this day and age.
Zenit St. Petersburg.
There's a policy
like Zenit St. Petersburg.
The supporters
of all All clubs.
challenge. But anyway, we're checking it. The only club without a black African or without an African player or a black player, let me say black player, since 2012. It was in 2012 when Hulk and Witsel joined. And so there is something, Russia have had issues when it comes to racism and all of that. I thought that the World Cup 2018 was trying to wipe this away, and Zenit St. Peter's, they take us into this. It's not really good. Not the kind of transfer story you want to hear.
Shocked,
not the
yes.
kind of transfer story you want to hear this morning. So Malcolm could be on his way out of the club, in January. I hope that he can deal with it, but obviously we'll be expecting the football authorities to come to this and see if they can correct it. Even though the club is trying to position itself like we don't support what our supporters are saying. No, you can't have supporters do this, and when they're talking about this is the tradition of our club. We'll be following this one closely as we get into a transfer show. But let's get to Manchester United now, and why not? Because Harry Maguire says he can't wait to get started with the Premier League Giants after his move from Leicester City was completed yesterday for a world record fee for a defender. A 26-year-old has agreed a 6-year contract at Old Trafford with the option of a further year. So the fee for Maguire, eclipses the £75 million Liverpool paid Southampton for Virgil van Dijk in January 2018.
No, it's incredible. A really proud moment for myself to join such a big club, one that I'm really looking forward to, and I can't wait to get started now. Like you said, first game last season at Old Trafford, it's the fixture that I always look for when I'm playing in the Premier League. Old Trafford away, and now it's my home, so no, it's something that I'm really looking forward to, and I can't wait to get started. It's an amazing club. It's a club that I've always watched and I've always looked up to when I was younger. You always dream of walking out at Wembley and Old Trafford. They're the two big stadiums when you're a young kid, and now I'm part of it. So no, I've come here today. Everyone's been so welcoming, and I just can't wait to get started. I can't wait to meet the lads, and hopefully we can kick on.
Harry is sweet. Harry, oh Harry.
Harry, oh
Harry, oh Harry. Harry, your first game is against Chelsea. So, and that game is live on the Sports Arena on Sunday. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Harry, you go show. You for show something.
Chelsea guy.
Harry, you have to play well. Harry, when we buy you for £80 million and you joke with us.
We refund the money.
Manchester United fans. Harry's against Chelsea. Look, let's hear from Danny. Let's hear from David Onstein, because he's been covering Manchester United, and he says the £80 million Manchester United spend on Maguire is money well spent.
United simply had to bring in a centre-back. It had been a target of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the club all summer, and they'd been linked with various names, including Toby Alderweireld, Koulibaly from Napoli, all of the sort of the top centre-halves in Europe who might have been available this summer had been linked with Manchester United. But it's our understanding that they were keen on Harry Maguire throughout. Maguire, it now emerges as a boyhood Manchester United fan, and you can sort of see his delight in the statement and social media posts that he's released since signing. And ultimately, it was very telling when you look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's comments. He talks about him being one of the best centre-backs in the game today. He's a great reader of the game, a strong presence on the pitch, an ability to remain calm under pressure. It's exactly what Manchester United need. And although they've had to pay a huge amount of money to get it, $97 million, that beats the record for a defender that was set when Liverpool signed Virgil van Dijk from Southampton in January 2018 of $91 million. I think despite that being a huge outlay, if Harry Maguire does what Manchester United need him to do, it will be seen as money well spent.
Harry Maguire there for Manchester United. Let's see where he goes. And David Osteen with that short analysis
Nothing
on
less
Harry Maguire.
than total clean sheet.
Total clean sheet.
Look, Man U doesn't have to concede a goal this season.
Pressure. Some more transfer news, and Black Stars winger Thomas Ajepon has joined Belgian side Waasland Beveren on a season-long loan from Manchester City with an option to buy. This is the third club he's been loaned to since joining Manchester City in 2015, where he played for the under-21 side for 6 months. So, who is Thomas Ajepon, and why is this move that important in his career?
So, George, Thomas is the player who picked up an injury in Ghana's opening group game against Benin at this year's Nations Cup in Egypt. He plays on the wings, mostly on the left side, a very pacey player who is very difficult to deal with because of his strength. The only thing which has worried his young career is injuries, which is very unfortunate. But I think this move is very good for him. I mean, he gets another opportunity to do something for himself. The club, that's Waasland, they have an option to buy. So I know he will give his all and make this happen.
Well, my colleague Benedict Owusu there will be hoping that everything works out for Thomas in Japan. But more of the transfer news this morning, and Derby boss Philip Koku he's actually tight-lipped regarding Wayne Rooney joining the club. Derby, yes, as player coach. That's one we're looking at.
Derby
Wayne
County.
Rooney. Yes. So
Interesting.
Derby County. So let's see if Wayne Rooney will join. Now we're keeping tabs on that. Now we know the Crystal Palace have completed the signing of free agent Gary Cahill on a 2-year contract. So he's moving away from Chelsea. Let's see. He's going to be playing alongside the Jordan Ayew in Crystal Palace. Leicester would not sign Nathan Ake, we're told, in this transfer window, with Bournemouth valuing the defender at more than £75 million. So these days, the British defenders are very, very expensive, and you have to be very careful when you're getting near them. We know Juventus, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid are all interested in signing Tottenham's Christian Eriksen. In fact, this morning we realized that Manchester United are also looking to sign, Christian Eriksen. But that will be a proper deal if they're able to get Christian Eriksen from Tottenham Hotspur into Manchester United. Now, Paris Saint-Germain have stepped up their interest in Juventus forward Paulo Dybala, according to Corriere dello Sport. And Manchester United ended their interest in the Juventus striker due to the players' demands and all of that. So we'll see where this one works out there. Let's do a bit of local transfers now. And we know Hearts of Oak have bolstered their attack with the signing of former Ghana Youth International striker Bernard Arthur. The Wafa SE graduate, has been without a club since terminating his contract with Tanzanian side Azam FC in May last year. So we wish him all the best in this new adventure. Let's do this right now because we have to talk about their rivals Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And they have started training here in Accra ahead of this weekend's CAF Champions League game with Kano Pillars in Nigeria. Kotoko trained yesterday at the Accra Academy AstroTurf as they fine-tune their preparations for the must-win game. Head coach of the side, Zachariasen, says he can't promise a win for now, but is hopeful of a good showing this weekend.
I'm not God, that I cannot promise anything. Yes, I will promise you that we were going to give 100%. That is a promise. New players coming in, some young players, and we try to mix it with the old players, and has the culture of Kotoko inside of them, and some has not yet the real culture, but now we are starting to get a strong unit. And I think the supporters will be proud. Give them some time, but they will play well in a while.
Oh, let's move away from the football right now because we know Ghana's representatives for this month's Africa Games have started camping in Cape Coast ahead of the games in Rabat. Now, the athletes have been in camp since Saturday with coaches seeing to their preparations. The International Games and Competitions Committee Chairman, Professor Peter Chumasi, visited the team and advised them to stay focused as they get ready for the events.
Over here, you are going to make your stay very comfortable. You are Team Ghana, and in fact, you have gone now beyond just a citizen. You have now gone beyond a citizen. You are a leader now. That is the reason why the police commander himself is here to protect you. That's the reason why the military is here to protect you. That's the reason why he cannot go and sleep over the weekend. He has to be here with his workers to work and make sure that you get all that you want. That's the reason why I could not stay in Accra, but to travel with you and come and see and make sure that everything is set for you. We have 14 teams of Ghana here. All what you need, we will give you. But then what do you do for us? Just to give us the medal. Give us the medals. Will you give us the medals? Yes, give us the medals? Yes, give us the medals? Yes, that's what we ask from you.
Hey, do you want the medals? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Do you want the medals?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jaligana. Do you want the medals? Yes, sir. Do you want the AFCON? Yes, sir. Hey.
George, your head's when I laugh. Stop.
Oh, yeah. This one.
Stop.
Hey, we want the medals, oh. Africa Games. We want the medals?
Yes, sir.
We want the medals? Yes, sir. Okay, so you know how we do it, eh?
That's what I just posted.
Actually, I even thought today was Thursday, but today is Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
We have Wednesday and Thursday. We're coming away with a transfer countdown, and you have to join us on the
gonna be
Joy News
amazing.
channel.
Just a couple of days.
On Multi TV. Yes, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then on Joy FM. Because no drive time.
We are taking over drive
We'll
time.
be driving in the transfers with Lexus Bill defending his Chelsea team. So that's also 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Let's get to hear from. Now, Manchester United fans. Good morning to all of you. And so, what the anthem? Ole ole noko. Ole, ole, noko.
Ole, ole, noko.
Woke Harry Baya.
Woke Harry Baya.
Woke Harry.
Woke Harry Baya.
Ole noko. Ole noko. Amen.
Amen. Onyami Shira. That's it for the Joy Sports Center. We're going to take these important messages.